And right now, I'm just really trying to enjoy the process. You know, focusing on the flow of the whole show. Ayun, thank you. Focusing on the flow of the whole show, para akong nanaginip sa River Show. And then ayun, just really focusing my energy on the things that I have control over, which is really going to be the set list and how the show is gonna be. Mas gano'n muna. Feeling ko mas kakabahan ako pag mas palapit na yung concert. Feeling ko yun yung mangyayari.
Mga bandang November 27.
Bandang November 26, sisimula ko. Parang, shit, okay, ito na ang concert.
Ito na yung concert ko.
Feeling ko pala yung mangyayari.
Yes. Now, JP, we are also excited for you in your concert. And you mentioned that yung set list mo, I think is kind of something that you're focusing on right now. So, I'd like to ask, how many songs are we expecting? Are we having any surprise acts?
Oh, definitely a lot of songs actually. I mean, kasi we'll also be performing songs that we haven't performed before. And then I'm also gonna be performing with the ones that I released songs with. So that's one exciting aspect to it. Paolo Benjamin again, and then Zil, Moira. And then right now I think they're just finalizing what schedule. Kasi scheduling talaga yung palaban. Right? I'll also be performing with Janine Birdie actually. I think naayos na yung schedule with Kyle now. Yeah. Kyle, and hopefully we'll be able to close perform with Glock 9 as well. Kasi I released the song with Paviares from way back sa Magita. Tapos never pa namin siya natugtog actually. Kasi never. Kahit isang show. So parang, sana ma-perform natin dito. You know, kasi ang ganda ng song. And Paviares, Glock 9 did an amazing job with all of the things that he wrote for the song as well. So I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, exciting! Napaka-jam-pack ng concert ni JK, diba? And also produced by Nathan Studios. Thank you to Nathan
Definitely.
Studios.
Thank you.
Yes, and UMG also, Universal Music Group, thank you as well. And now, JK, it is the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about your concert, and I'm sure our friends from the media want to know more. So again, friends from the media, don't forget to state your name and also the media that you're representing. And if you're also posting on your platforms, don't forget to use the hashtag #OnePelotas2024. Okay. Mama Chu,
Yes.
to join me here for this Q&A.
Hello.
Hello! May mga giveaway din ng... Before anything else, I would like to thank Straight
Yes.
for supporting us at KFC. JK is the endorser of KFC. Palakpakan naman natin ang ating...
May parang
Sino unang tanong? Siguro si Tito Gorgie? Mamaya. Jeff Fernando.
Wala siyang chance.
Okay. Jeff and then Rose. Jeff Fernando, Daily Tribune, kapatid.
Hello, Juan Carlo.
Hello po. Hi.
Gano'n ka ka-hands-on dito sa concert na to? Pati ba, hanggang anong aspect na hands-on?
I mean, I try not to micromanage because I tend to have that sometimes with things that are related to me. But right now, kasi, I mean, it's been a while now actually, but you know, you really have to put a lot of trust in the people that you're working with, because I'm really honored and blessed to be able to be working with amazing and talented people. And so, ngayon yung mas focus ko is more on the creative aspect of things, really working hand in hand with Eric Paolo, for example, and Bobby Carrero Nasan, and focusing on the audio and visual aspect lang talaga. Mas ganun lang. Kasi, I mean, UMG and Nathan Studios, they're focusing on their expertise and capabilities as well. So, para at least bawat department, kumbaga, okay, dito ako focus. Sabay-sabay tayo lahat, tulong-tulong.
Okay, next question is, nung sinabi sa'yo na Mall of Asia ay ilang venue, ano yung unang maramdaman yung unang muna sa atin?
Ang inasabi ko. Sabi ko kay Tito Ibe. Kasi Tito Ibe ang husband. has been talking to me about this whole concert ever since before, when we started senior high pa actually. Because that's when we first really worked together. Tapos sabi niya, concert na tayo. Sabi ko, kasi, I don't know, I mean, I never really thought about it. Ako naman kasi masaya na ako mag-perform kahit saan right? I mean, we've been performing for a while as well. Isang pakpon ako sa Sagiho, masaya na ako, kumbaga. And it was never really something that was kind of set as a goal. I mean, for me as a kid na, pangarap ko one day makapag, alam mo yun, arena, makapag-stadium, ganyan-ganyan. Wala namang ganun It's not necessarily about self-doubt, it's just more of contentment na parang, I'm able to perform and wherever I am in performing, masaya na ako dun. But it's the people around me. It's the people around me that have been really supporting and pushing me to that na, it's time, baby boy. And I'm like, kasi medyo shy type ako, kayo hindi nyo alam, medyo shy type ako.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, salamat.
Maraming salamat, Chef Fernando of the Daily Tribune. Ang
Thank
next
you.
natin pag ganun tayo, ito, music writer natin na nire-respeto, Chris Ramos of One Music PH.
Hello.
Kanina napagit mo na yung na you're looking forward, hopefully seeing something again. And we could also mention na you're looking forward to seeing something normally don't get to say a lot regular. So can you please give us like another song and why? Can you please give us another song that you're looking forward to seeing again?
Maliban siya sa pagitan.
Specifically Kalawakan, actually, they have this song called Kalawakan, and it's a really nice song. And for some reason, di ko kasi alam bakit minsan parang di rin talaga namin tinutugtog yung mga songs. Parang, yung Kalawakan, and then, especially with Janine Berdin as well, we have this song called Pansitan. Pansit, actually yung title ng song called The Pansitan Niyo. Parang hindi niya pansitan, ang pansin sa kanyang labi. So, kadalawang song na yun actually. And, alam mo yung parang minsan nakakalimutan ko rin na mayroon kami mga cover songs. And, I don't know, it's just nice to be able to imagine performing those songs in a place that we have a creative control aspect in. So, I'm just really excited actually. Doon sa buong idea ng pag-perform ng mga songs na hindi namin either hindi pa naman natutugtog before or hindi masyado rin tinutugtog na. Yeah. Thank you.
Salamat. We have Miss Rose Garcia of Philippine Entertainment Board.
Hello, JK.
Hello.
Nakausap namin kanina ng producer, si Bian.
Sige.
And na-mention niya na talagang nga matagal ka na niyang pinakonvince, even from music meeting mo pa lang. Okay? So, what made you decide na this is it, finally, I'm ready, I'm okay?
I don't think you can ever be ready for something, right? I mean, no matter how much you prepare for something, I don't think being ready is like one thing that you can be like, ayan, ready na ako. Hindi siya, ano ba yan, bakit pilitin mo ba? Never ka magiging ready. But there's one thing that, Kita have told me before, sabi niya, huwag mong isipin na para sa'yo lang ito. Kasi para to sa mga taong gusto kong makita at marinig live. Para to sa mga fans ko. And no matter how cheesy that sounds, kasi halos lahat siguro ng artista sinasabi yung for the fans, for the support. Pero totoo yun It really made me think about it. Parang, hindi ko naisip yung perspective na parang, yeah. If you wrap the whole idea of that concept in mind of it being something for you to do for everyone who loves you and believes in you. Diba? Iba bigla nag-iba bigla yung direction and yung buong, yung idea ng buong concept. Na parang, mas nakakaba kasi you tend to think about, you know, the pressure and all of that, but at the same time, pressure really just comes from within all the time as well. Something. With that thought in mind, mas naging, mas ganun po siya. Para sa kanilang lahat. Alam mo yun?
How do you envision your concert? Your very first major concert. Anong gusto mong kita? Anong gusto mong mangyari? Anong gusto mong maging, in a way, take away ng mga manonood sa concert mo?
That's a nice question, actually. I don't know. At the same time, I'm trying to balance selfishness and selflessness. In a way wherein internally we're also trying to set the flow of the show wherein para hindi masyado ganun kabigat yung pressure at yung kaba. Try lang natin imagine na tayo yung tumutugtog. And in some sort of way, I think on the visual aspect of things, that is what is going to be captured and expounded exponentially. This whole idea of having an intimate kind of jamming session, but then multiplying that into an arena. And takeaway for the viewers is really just an experience. I mean, I don't think, feel ko naman wala naman siguro lesson na ako magiging sa concert. Like, but it's really just being able to kind of like be inside this whole capsule of experience and all of the stories and the things that these songs talk about. And the whole idea of people that are going there to be able to relate to these songs. Yung mga taong pupunta siguro may mga songs doon na nakaka-relate sila na talagang ginamit nila sila ng mga pinagdaanan nila sa buhay. Right? But then, when they go there, they're gonna be part of that whole experience also of going through those things with me and with everybody. So, feel ko yung magandang aspect.
Last question. You've been in the industry for 10 years.
10 years?
It is
Wow. 2014. 2014, yeah. Oh, yeah, 10 years.
So, in 10 years, JJ, sila na rin yung hit songs mo talaga. Na ngayon kasi sa mga artists, very rare na rin na nakakachamba ka. Ay, nagkakaroon ng mga hit songs. Ikaw, isa na yung hit songs mo, and then, ngayon, your first major concert sa At I heard na yung SBIP mo pala ay talagang halos wala na daw sila maibigay dahil sold out pa. Pero ang dami pa rin, yeah, at ang dami pa rin gustong kuha ng SBIP. So how do you feel about all this? How do you see yourself na yung success mo ngayon? And when you look back and how siya ito ay medyo nakapaisip.
Existential po yung question yun. Bigla akong napaisip ng 10 years ago. Well, ganda lang. It's actually, it's really interesting because for some weird reason it just feels like yesterday I was just this random makulit Bisaya speaking boy from Cebu na nilalandi si Coach Sara as a 13-year-old. Alam mo, and kinukulit ko lang lahat ng mga tao sa paligid ko kasi I didn't take anything seriously actually. I really didn't because joining the Voice Kids was never really about what I wanted. It's because I joined it because it was what my mom wanted. It was my bonding with my mom. Kasi ako, hindi ko naman pinangarap to as a kid. You know how in school, the teacher would ask, di ba, the students, oh, what do you be when you grow up? Tapos yung mga students, gusto ko po maging astronaut. Tapos yung isang student, gusto ko po maging corrupt na politician, like for example. Tapos, kasi iba, pangarap din talaga yun. Tapos, ako naman parang, ako gusto ko maging abogado. Yun na yung sinagot ko when I was a kid. I never dreamt of any of these things. I mean, maging artista, maging musician, maging actor, maging ganito. I never really crossed my mind, but now here we are because of that one decision after my mom passed. Kasi I saw on TV the audition for The Voice Kids na, may po-audition para dito. Kasi nagsabay pa nanay ko lang, naalala ko yun. Napaka-vivid memory para sa akin on November 22, 2013. Just a few weeks after Yolanda, 5 days after my mom passed. She passed on November 17, around 3 p.m. I was there. 5 days after that, she was still in the wake, and then I was just grieving or processing everything. As a 13-year-old boy, and then, mga bandang hapon nakita ko sa TV, may audition sa The Voice Kids, tapos naisip ko lang, for some reason, ito yung gusto ni mama. Kasi yun yung bonding namin. Doon kami nagkakasama. Kasi sinasamahan niya ako sa mga auditions. Tapos ayun, yun lang. Not sure if that answered the question actually. Medyo nag-look back lang ako actually. And it's really beautiful. I've been through a lot as a person, but everyone here has been through a lot. I mean, lahat naman tayo, hindi naging smooth lahat ng pinagdaanan to be able to get to where you guys are now as individuals. For sure, ang dami yung mga sakit ng ulo pinagdaanan, dami yung mga issues na ginawa ng solusyon, mga problemang inayos. Ano yun? And to be able to just reflect on all of those things that we've gone through and be able to get to be in this moment to where we are now, napakagandang bagay lang nun. And ayun, I'm just really lucky and blessed to be able to be surrounded by these people who really believe in me. Dun, yun naman. Napaka-existential na question na yun. Tuyo ko no. Napaisip ko naman namin doon, ang aga-aga pa ng araw, dahil pa na. Pero yun, yeah.
Thank you, JK.
Salamat po.
Salamat.
JK, ang next magtatanong, kapatid natin si June Lalin, editor ng Abante.
Hello po.
June!
Hi, yan, good afternoon. Kanina kasi binanggit niya si Ian, si Sylvia, your producer. Actually, Sylvia mentioned na yung kanina, sinasabi ni Rose na noon ka pa kinukuha ni Sylvia, but hindi ka na nag-yes. Pero yun nga, ang sinasabi ni Sylvia, ang kinatuwa niya sa'yo, nung sinabi mo ready ka na, sinabi mo na dapat siya yung mag-produce kasi na noon pa may offer siya. Pinaglaban mo lang talaga. Talagang nilinaw mo na dapat si Sylvia.
I mean, it was a no-brainer kind of situation po kasi. Kasi I mean, it's, we really have that opportunity that we're grateful for that opportunity kasi it's not just Tito Ebiang, but also a lot of different promoters and producers want to be able to work with us. But at the same time, kasi with Tito Ebiang, she already became this mother figure in my life as well. And with the work, what's really important as well is the trust and that personal aspect. So it was really a no-brainer to it. She was the one who really pushed the whole idea of doing a concert, and then she was there even before the idea was made. So, yeah. And wala kami ibang maisip kung hindi si Tito Ebiang. Kasi siya talaga yung, dong, hindi na. Yun.
Naniniwala kami doon, yung pagkakadong mo pa na.
Hindi ba po? Dong! Dong tayo. Yung binibisaya pa ako na, hindi ka makaka-resist eh. Dong! Saan dong? Yes po.
Yeah, you mentioned your mom. Yung mom mo yun talaga, or your lola? Kasi parang mas sarap kami nakikita before na you're with your lola, and you even posted weeks ago about your lola.
I grew up with my lola, born and raised with my lola. My mom had a different family. And that goes back to what I mentioned kanina, na that was our only bonding moment. Kasi she would be the one, aside from like supporting me as a kid, right, with education, that was really the only bonding moment we would have. So she would push me to do all of these things that she thought would be best for me. But yeah, I was born and raised, and my lola is really that one constant in my life.
So, nung malaman ng lola mo na finally you're going to have a major concert, ano reaction niya? Gano'n siya ka-excited?
Sobrang natuwa si lola. Si lola kasi pag natutuwa, bigla na nagsasayaw. Hindi siya masyadong masalita na tao, bigla na lang siya masasayaw, tapos sinalagay yung cellphone niya sa gilid, bigla nagtitiktok. Actually, dapat mo si lola talaga mag-concert eh. Sinabi ko na ganito din.
So, may special participation ba siya pag sasayaw?
Baka, actually, kailangan ko pumilingan kasi medyo mataas yung rate ni lola kasi. Medyo mahal po si lola. Di po namin afford. So, parang, well, but kidding aside, she was really happy with when she found out. And then she started doing her TikTok dance. And then, after that, biglang nanghingi ng maraming tickets kasi marami siyang gustong bigyan. Sabi ko, sino mga gusto mong bigyan na? Yung mga fans.
Nalalagay siya sa campus.
Yeah.
Kasi
Never
she's
since.
always with you, no? Kahit naman sa ABS natin, maliit ka pa, nakikita namin siya, palagi siya kasama.
Yes. And then she's always there, especially online. Siya lagi nakikipag-usap sa mga supporters kasi na halos araw-araw po yan. Every day, she's the one talking to all of them. And then, kaya ang cute nila kasi nangihingi ng tickets. So sabi ko, sige na, tignan natin. For sure we'll be able to also give on Lola's request. Okay. Sorry, ADHD. But yeah, yun naman. Yeah. Masaya si Lola, super saya.
Ito na kasi nung lumabas na finally umuong ka, mag-concert ka, ang dami natuwa, ang dami masaya po yung kasi although ang dami mo naman hits, tumatanggi ka talaga, diba? Pero yan, ang dami masaya po yung kasi you're one of the nicest, even to us, diba, pag nakikita ka namin, sobrang sobrang accommodating ka sa press, grabe yung PR mo. Si Biggs, always happy kasi super kiss ka daw. Sabi niya na-appreciate. Medyo mamasarap sa pag-kiss ka.
Siyempre, doon po passionate po yung tao.
The first time I met you na after nung interview sa ASMM, then mag-kiss ka.
In order to get love, you gotta get love as well. It's as simple. Facebook post.
In fairness to you nga, ang bait mo, kasi marami kasi they really love their social accounts, parang contento na sila when they're posting, pero ikaw, you're really, marunong ka mag-appreciate pag ini-interview, sinusulat ka ng friends na.
Sino po yung mga hindi babae?
Hindi marami.
Gusto ko ng names. Gusto ko makikita. Kunin ko number niyo mamaya. Chika-chika mo.
Mahirap na kung madadami ako sa iba. Pero yun nga, we're really happy for you. Ako, I'm not that close to you, pero every time you're really nice, marunong ka mag-appreciate. So, yun nga, ano masasabi mo na ang dami? Ayan, Gordy, ito na yung tanong mo. Maraming masaya na you're doing this concert. Marami talaga handa kang supportahan. Yes. And maraming hindi lang katulad ng logo mo na nangihingi. Bibili.
Thank you. I mean, I really appreciate that. I mean, I think it's normal for us as people to also spend a lot of our energy focusing on the negative things. But we have that choice of redirecting our focus instead to the positive side of the beautiful side of things. And instead of focusing on the ones who don't believe, and the ones who don't love, and the ones who don't care. Focus on the opposite side. Right? And ako, I really appreciate it kasi yung naalala ko before. I mean, there's a whole, outside of this, there's a whole online and public image or persona that is separate from what we do now. And I mean, all of those things are kind of out of my control as an individual as well. But I mean, one thing that I definitely remember before was I was shooting this teleserye. A Love to Last. Ayun. I was shooting A Love to Last, and then isa sa mga nakausap ko doon, si Papi Ed. It's just mga crew ng A Love to Last. And sila may mga, alam mo yun, 3 hours before set up, andun na sila, tapos may ilang oras after, andun pa rin sila para pack up. And isa sa mga sinabi niya, nagkwentuhan lang kami habang naghihintay yung between the scenes. Tapos sabi niya, ano mo? Kasi parang si Babayan, mga ano siya eh, 55 or something that time. Alam mo, tanong ko rin doon mga sa industry nito, 30 years, sabi niya. Lahat ng mga artista, dadaan mo. Hindi mo kami andito or hindi mo kami ganyan, kami andito lang natin. At lahat ng mga tao sa industriya na naaalala bawat interaction at bawat galaw at lahat ng mga sasabihin mo sa kanila. At yung mga bagay na matatandaan mo. So, sobrang nag-click sa akin yun. I was like, 16, 17 that time. Sabi ko, baka interesting mo. It's the little things, it's the little acts of kindness that you do, that you can do for free without anything in return, and then that will be the one that will really stick to people, you know. So ang ganda ng concept ko yun, and I've been really trying to plant that seed ever since. I mean, at least on a personal level, and ako, I really appreciate all the love and support. Maraming salamat. I mean, even you guys for coming here, I really appreciate it. Maraming salamat. Kahit na maulan, at kahit na ang late-late ko na pala dumating,
Hindi ako may kasalanan, hindi kita tinext naman.
sorry naman ako.
Walang kasalanan si JP.
Chika shots. Pero yun, thank you.
Very well said, very touching. Like, pinapatanong si Gibbs, totoo ba yung Gcash? Kasi, hindi ko doon.
Yes, totoo po. Wala akong declared amount, sabi sa atin naman po.
Ang pinabibigay niya kasi sa akin yung number na ako, sa kanya na nandun. Kaya ito, pinapahabol ni Rose sa kalimutan niya, si Coach Sana daw ba mag-guest dito?
I don't think so. Kasi as much as possible po, I told everybody as well na I would love to be performing with somebody that I put out something with, that we release songs with. But at the same time, my doors are not closed naman with the whole idea. Pero mas maganda lang siguro yung takbo ng show that way. Kasi at least parang as artist to artist, meron tayong something na tayo gawa. So I mean, collaborating with Coach Sarah and another topic and all of the mentors that I've worked with in the Voice Kids is something that's actually a dream of mine. So, we'll see. Kasi alam mo yun, may mga usap-usap here and there. But yeah, for now, we're really focusing on the ones that we've already worked with, and then we have that artistic relationship with, I mean, releasing the song.
Yan, thank you.
Abangan natin, June.
Nakakaloka itong mga to, kapag natin pinapatanong. Kayo na magtanong, no?
We will announce the guests soon.
Pinulos ko na, sorry.
Ako yun! Todo sa podcast natin ng Abante. Ito naman magtatanong ang editor ng Abante tonight naman, si Roldan Castro. Roldan!
Hello. First question ko, si Bam po mag-guest? Since nag-mag-guest sa akin, si Bam.
I don't think so. Kasi actually, before the whole idea, we also talked to the handlers of the managements, and they're also so busy doing their own commitments. And ayun na, it goes back to what I said po na at the same time, it makes more sense to be performing with somebody that, for example, I release a song with. Pero, sabi ko rin na I messaged them personally, and then they wanna watch the concert. and they want to support on that aspect. So, ayun. I really want to perform. I actually really want to release something with them first before the whole idea of performing with them. Kasi I've already performed with them, right? Go way back pa. But then ang ganda lang kasi gumawa ng art, ng music with artists. Yun yung kasi aspeto na talagang gusto kong makamit. So, hopefully we'll be able to get into that talk soon.
Okay, tapos napansin ko, yung ang Carlos spelling, small J, small K, yan ba gagamitin mo na or sa concert na lang?
Actually, feeling ko po talaga typo lang yan, tapos pinalindi ko na lang. So, sa true lang po wala naman po artistic reason po talaga dyan. But, I don't know. Feeling ko nakasalayan na din namin na parang, say, for letters mo na, parang cute. Walang po.
So yung JK small na rin.
Pero pag susulat namin yung JK, small na rin. Pag isulat namin, small J, small K.
Sure. Sige po, gauge lang. Yeah. Ako naman kahit JK, Dong, okay po ako dun eh. Pero as the branding, feeling ko ito na po yung pinanindigan po namin.
Tapos,
No.
siyempre, di ba, ano ba yung bago makikita namin sa concert mo? May pasong ka ba? Sasayaw ka ba? Or normal na JK na?
Sasayaw po ako, maghuhubad po kami, tapos
Ay, bomba yan.
Tawag ba sabihin niya? Tawag ba sabihin? I should surprise you.
Nagka-surprise ka sa
Joke lang. It's really focusing on it's really focusing on just the concert with me being a musician. I mean, actually yung pagsasayaw yung isang bagay na talagang talagang dahil ko na sa vocabulary na parang God, hindi ako ready. Hindi ko siya kaya. Parang kung bolate pag gumagalaw ako ng mga sayaw-sayaw na ganun eh. But, I don't know, it's really focused po on me being a musician and me performing with amazing musicians and sessionists and really being able to perform the songs that I wrote and I wrote with other people. Yeah. Mas doon po siya nakafocus.
Okay, tapos may pinapatanong sa likuran ko.
Ay, dami mo nagpapatanong. Sino po
Pero
yun?
isa hindi ko kayang itanong, yung isa parang pwede na. Ano raw ang suporta na pwedeng ibigay ng girlfriend mo para sa concert?
No, sorry.
Ano raw ang suporta na pwedeng ibigay ng girlfriend mo sa concert?
No, it's with my relationship with my girlfriend, it's really more on the personal level and the support that she really gives. Aside from the fact that, alam mo yun, she's gonna go there and watch the show and her family and her side of the family is also gonna watch. It's really the emotional support, even in moments when I have self-doubt, and in moments that I don't feel that confident. It's really that. It's the support that you get from the support that you can expect from a partnership. So mas ganun po siya. Yeah. Patanong-tanong.
Nagtatawa na sila. Salamat. Next question ka pa.
Okay na tayo.
Salamat kapatid.
Mga tanong-tanong na yun.
Hindi rin naman yung hindi ka.
Nagpapatanong. Sino po yung nagpatanong noong? Siya na rin. Name drop mo natin. Sino nagpatanong?
Nagpapakaawa po ako.
Ano question eh?
Hindi po.
Hindi naman ano matindi.
Ang next question natin.
Go lang kahit matindi. Matindi mo sa akin. Gawa po tayo ng group chat tapos mag-chika-chika.
Kasi sasayaw, di ba?
Group chat na lang tayo. Group chat tayo.
Sayaw?
Ang next na magtatanong.
Siguro mga future concerts na naman nila. Hindi na natin ang plano for the future.
Game naman si JK eh.
Ano?
Thank you.
John Bueno of the Fabulous Online News site Kumagka. John.
Hello.
Hi, JK. I don't know, please don't find this creepy, but I was watching I was covering a concert and you were beside me. With another artist, but that was like a long time ago. That was in Mall of Asia. You know?
1975?
I have no idea anymore. I have no
Ed
recall.
Sheeran?
But I know that the fact that you were there and you were watching attentively to the artist that was performing. Now that you are gonna be the one on stage, what's the difference, do you think, performing and just being a concert watcher?
Talbo.
Ganda ng tanong na yan.
Yeah, and what fulfillment are you getting by performing in a bigger stage?
No, I really love those kinds of questions actually. The kinds of questions that make you really think are the kinds of questions that I really like. I mean, it's a really nice question. It's a totally separate, it's a totally different kind of perspective. It's kind of like acting in a film and being shown on screen versus just watching the cinema.
Yeah.
As the viewer, every kind of nerve or doubt or pressure is stripped away completely. Because you're not going there with any kind of expectation from your peers and the other audience members. You're just there as you to enjoy something and watch and that's it. Right? I mean, di naman tayo pupunta ng concert tapos parang manonood ako ng concert, kinakapan ako kasi right? Like, walang ganun. You don't have that same pressure when you go to the cinema and watch a movie. So it's a super different and super opposite kind of the spectrum when you think about it. And one beautiful aspect that I can say about it actually is, I think in order for us to be able to produce, we also have to consume. Right? And being able to like listen to music makes me able to write music. Being able to watch shows and performance, I think also subconsciously helped me being able to be the one to do the show and the one to perform. Because in every little aspect that we go through in life, we always try to pick the flowers along the path that we walk. Na parang, ganda nito. Ganda niyan. Gusto ko yan. Ganda nito pa. Nandito to sa ano pa. Diba? And I feel like yun po yung ano doon, yung nakatulong for me naman this time as a performer because I have all of these experiences and memories and learnings from all of these amazing artists that I've watched perform. Not just international artists, also local artists, right? And in order for you to inspire, you also have to be inspired. And I'm lucky in that way because I'm really inspired. Fulfillment naman, it's really being able to, it's a certain topic that's been talked about as well. But it's fulfillment is being able to try and put myself in that situation of the audience naman. Na kung ako yung manonood sa sarili ko, may enjoy ko ba yung show ko? Ano yung matututunan ko sa sarili kong show? Ano naman yung mga bagay-bagay na pwede kong i-pick para dalhin pa uwi? At ako yung audience doon sa sarili kong show.
Will there be like a concept running all throughout the show? Like, will it be your life story or what's gonna happen? Or will it just be like the years that you've been working and that's what you're gonna do?
Actually, the whole concert is not really, doesn't really revolve around the whole 10 years aspect. I mean, actually, ako nakakalimutan ko kaya naman na 10 years. Grabe. Kaya nga, no? Yeah, no, it doesn't really revolve around 10 years. It really just revolves around the songs that I've made all throughout those years. And kung life story naman, siguro tayo na gumawa ng MMK remake, no? Kasi nandun yung life story natin before.
Lahat ba napanood na ang Lolo and the Kids? Sino ang hindi naiyak doon? Bato.
Ano kayo? Oo. Thank you. Napaka pinky project naman, pero super proud. But, ayun na, sorry, going back to the audition. Going back to the whole idea of it, it's really trying to build this roller coaster ride and the rail uses the songs that we've created throughout the years as the foundation of that. Yun lang talaga siya.
Alright.
drama ng mga songs.
That'll be all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, John Bueno.
Thank you.
Julian Mauricio, alive and well from...
Alright. Sige. Ano naman glad sige?
Earlier you mentioned the names of people who might possibly appear on stage with you during the show. What about a certain beauty queen / musician? Will she? Has there been talk?
No, not as well. Kasi with the question that was asked as well earlier, we're really focusing on performing with the ones that we put out songs with. Yeah. And mas maganda lang kasi yung atake that way. It's not because of any other reason, but it's really just purely that. Parang it only makes sense for us to perform with the people that we put out songs with. Parang I mean, like, why sing? We can invite everybody, and we're lucky to be put in that position where a lot of artists would also love to perform and join with us on stage. But at the same time, andun yung aspect of that beautiful thing when you think about it, being able to perform on stage with somebody that you months ago or years ago were in the studio with, creating that something with. So doon lang talaga siya. I mean, everybody else that we could perform with, instead of boxing them in the whole idea of the concert, it's more of like them put in that line of, these are the people that we're going to be making more music with. Mas doon lang siya.
As far as you can remember, in your audition, you sang something jazzy, right? You were kind of known for that style. In the 10 years back, since how has your vocal style or ability changed, and how do we see that reflected in your performances and also
Oh, definitely changed a lot actually. Nalala ko ba dati, parang medyo jazzy stuff nga. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. I wanna make you shine, wherever you're. All of those songs are really put in that certain category, but right now, I don't know, it really changed a lot because of all of the artists that I'm surrounded with as well, all of the artists that I'm inspired by. And then obviously, being under the mentorship of Coach Bamboo back then really influenced the kind of path that I guess I'm taking in now. So, yeah, it really changed a lot. And for the concert naman, itself is really, I mean, I don't think I'm trying to set a certain signature of something na, ganun yung performance ni JK. I feel like it's always a never-ending journey of learning and figuring out and growing. And oh my God, that's why ako personally call it the never-ending search. Right? Na parang, for sure, even during the concert or after the concert, meron mga bagay na ma-realize na, it's interesting. So, it's just really trying to enjoy the process instead of, focus on what the process should be. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Julian of Pop. Last 3 questions. Nanisa Almo of GMA7.
Hello po.
First question, related this question kanina ni Rose, nag-back sa UBA things. Ngayon na nandito na sa pwestong yan, making hit after hit and full of wisdom. Anong masasabi mo sa young JK? Ano masasabi siya sa young JK?
Grabe talaga yung mga ganyan questions. Pinakauna kong sasabihin is huwag mo ibigay sa ibang tao yung login details ng Twitter account mo. Para walang ibang may access. And then, secret. And then, no, I'm just kidding. Joking aside, actually, I would, if that 13-year-old boy was in front of me right now, Ano sasabihin mo sa... Ang dami yung question na yun. Ano yung question na yun, actually? Padayon lang. Di ka dapat mawala ng paglaong. Daghang mga tao na natuwa sa mga daghang mga tao na kailas sa mga o daghang mga tao na mahal mo. Pagpatuloy mo lang at huwag kang mawala ng pag-asa kasi maraming mga taong naniniwala sa iyo, maraming mga taong sumusuporta sa iyo at maraming mga taong nagmamahal sa iyo. Which I feel like we can all say to our, not just to our younger selves, but to us now as well. Especially during the gloomy and rainy days.
Thank you for the message. Siguro second question mo na lang since nasa social media ka rin naman and pag may nare-release ka talagang nag-viral. Anong feeling na yung mga songs mo, especially yung mga recent, diba? Ginagamit for social media posts?
It's kind of surreal actually. Ang ganda sa feeling kasi, alam mo yun, the whole concept of being in the showbiz industry, it's not just a one-man kind of thing. It's a, may word ba na populational? Okay, di gawin natin word, di ba? Populational. Wow! It's meaning to say like, andun yung aspect of people, everybody else, that's outside of what you do. Kasi, release ka ng song pag wala namang makikinig, wala namang pupuntahan yun. And that's the biggest aspect of success actually, is really how everyone else is able to relate to the things that you create. And it feels amazing as an artist to be put in that kind of situation na pag gumawa ako ng kanta tapos nirelease yung kanta yung mga tao na gustuhan, ang sarap sa pakiramdam. And more than that, it's really the whole idea as well of hindi na magustuhan eh. Kasi madali lang yung magustuhan o hindi magustuhan. Pero yung buong concept ng pag nililita ako online, for example, song na hindi masyado na-pick up online, for example. Tapos nung nakita akong comment, alam mo, JK, sa YouTube especially, JK, itong song na to, ito yung kaakibat ko sa lahat ng mga moments na mabigot yung pinagdaanan ko. Ang sarap mo rin. Because me as a music listener as well, that's what I do. That's what I use. Sa lahat ng mga pinagdaanan ko sa buhay, music lang din yung nandun lagi. That one constant thing that nakakatulong sa atin. And ang sarap sa feeling mo. Now when somebody is able to relate to something that you made, iba yun. Kahit isa lang na tao magsabi nun, okay na ako. So, yun yung feeling ko. It's really the people out there that, everybody says this, everybody says all of these things I'm saying now. But genuinely, it's really the people. It's really the listeners. It's really all those people who use these songs that I make in put it in their lives. That's what gets, and that's what has gotten me to where I am.
Maraming salamat, Nurse. Last 3 questions tayo before we proceed to the TV interviews.
Last 3?
Last 3, kasi si Belle ng Universal may question.
Ay, sige po.
Miss Belle, I want to acknowledge the Universal team. Angelo,
UNG, hello.
Hello, Iko, Danny.
Hi.
Hi po.
Hello.
Hi, JK. I'm excited for you. I just wanna know, do you remember the first song you ever wrote as a songwriter? And how has 10 years changed for you as a songwriter?
Ganda nun. Okay. I remember the first song that I wrote, but it's not the same song that I released as well. The first song that I wrote that I released though, I think Forever yung title nun. Nakaka-cringy sipin actually lyrics. I wrote it because somebody I knew was gonna get married. Tapos sinulatan ko lang siya ng song. Tapos, you made me believe in forever. You kept me warm from a cold December. I'll be yours, you will be mine, I'll be yours till the end of time. As I kiss your lips, when you hold my hand, I will fall in love again with you. Wrote that when I was 14, 15.
So based on your reaction, who are you now as a songwriter?
Layo. Layo, ano, nagmumura na ako sa mga songs, achievement. No, but it's, as you grow as well, you kind of tend to naturally just get into a more deeper, I suppose, emotional kind of level. So I feel like that's a kind of natural course of things. I mean, no matter what you do, if you keep on doing it, you will naturally just get somewhere. So, but by just doing, and just like continuing doing these things, like writing songs, inherently and subconsciously, it really just naturally got me into this style of being exponentially far from where I was when I started writing songs. So, yeah, in a nutshell, no, there's really not much need to overcomplicate something, because the best way to do something is also just by doing it. So, yeah,
And for my last question, is there any topic or emotion that you've been wanting to write about, but you still cannot write about it as a songwriter, or you've been wanting to write about it, to write a song about that?
Oh, gets. Ako naman, I'm honest and I choose to be, what's the term? I am honest and I choose to be fragile and vulnerable when it's just me with myself. So I have written so many songs that talks about so many different things. But the question is releasing them or not. So marami akong mga songs na for sure pag nirelease ko, madaming mutakan pa.
Pero meron mo kung tao dito na ganun challenge na as a songwriter, yung type of possible ng tao. Bigyan ka bang perspective when you write songs?
No, not really. Yeah, not really lang. Kasi kumbaga, it's just a vomiting of whatever thought that you have in your head on a notebook. That's really it. But it's not, yung release aspect, and alam niyo yun, hindi na tayo ibang kasama na yun. So, okay, mag-release yan. Yes po. Pero yun.
Thanks, Next question, second to the last, Cesar Batingal of Aguila New
Hello.
25.
Third to the last.
Second.
Hi, KK.
Hello.
Bakit kayo meet mo the years sa concert?
Yes.
Isa sa...
Yes. Oo nga, no?
Yung version.
Ay, hindi ako nag-yes na kakanta yun, like yes na parang, oo nga, no? We'll see, kasi first of all, special request siya ng halos lahat ng mga tao na nakakausap ko. And at the same time, andun yung aspect ng special request siya ni Lola. So parang, sige. Feeling ko din mo masaya kung isama ko, no? I mean, okay naman yung song. In my sense naman kasi like, I also released the song, right?
May bad version na rin.
Bad no, hindi ko gagawin siguro ng bad version. I would, if I were to perform it, I would put a string section in the horns.
Paano ba nagkaroon ng
make it ethereal.
paano ba nagkaroon ng yung idea na ipasok yung mga producers dun sa kabuuan ng film? Kwento ko naman ito.
I mean, the whole concept of through the years in the film is totally not in my jurisdiction because it's really Derek Bennett, and it's the idea of the song. Actually, I'm not sure if I can say this, but originally the whole idea was to get me to just sing the song to be used as the original soundtrack for the movie. That was that. No. Diba? That was not part of the conversation at all. And then, I remember specifically, I think si Direk Ona Diaz told me about it on set na parang, nakikita na akong director na ginawang project na recommend dito. Sabi ko, saan na po Direk? Basta. So di niya, wala na siyang sinabing anything after that. Kinulit ko siya, wala na siyang sinabi. But I feel like there was a huge influence as well. And then when I met in person with Derek Bennett, like, nagkaroon lang siya bigla din na parang, nag-a-acting ka ba? Ako parang, hindi ko siya, no? So, feeling ko din napasok yung buong concept when we met in person na, and parang at the same time it made sense for everybody as well, the production and the creators of the film. Na, siya nagkakanta ng song, tapos pwede siya na rin yung takip. And here we are now. I mean, it was a really quick project actually, and it was I shot my scenes in just 3 days, but I'm really thankful because they involved me and they made me involved. Well, not involved, but they made me be a part of the pre-production process pa in a way na parang kasi sabi ko direct, I mean, as much as possible, even though andito lang yung aspect ng hawak ng character ko, at the same time, I also want to know the whole story. I want to know their story. Si Lolo and the Kid, kailangan kilala ko si Kid kasi yung character na puportray ko, siya yun. So, working with, especially with Lolo Joel, I call him Lolo Joel now as well. Lolo Joel was it was really an amazing experience. And malaking tulong talaga yun kasi when we were on set, action, direction. Parang kami yung buong storya ng buong movie. So napaka-natural ng lahat. Nakita ko siya yung breakfast scene, tapos nalaman ko yung balita may tumawag galing hospital, tapos yung cut to, pumasok ko ng hospital, nasa hallway ako. Kasi after how many years, di ko nakita si Lolo. Lahat ng mga bagay na nagpapagabag sa aking isipan, simula nung iniwan na ako sa kid in that gate, tapos biglang nung nakita ko siya, biglang natanggal lahat ng yun. Natanggal lahat ng kung anumang sama ng loob o anumang sakit na nararamdaman ni Kid. Natanggal lahat yun nung nakita niya si Lolo na nakahiga lang doon. Na even after everything that we've been through, ay mahal kita.
Last question na lang. Switch naman tayo sa special someone mo. She is also a singer.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, kumusta yung collaboration na isip in the future?
That was asked as well earlier. Collaboration, we made a lot of songs together. Actually. And now she's really focusing more of her energy and efforts and time into preparing for Bolivia, for Miss Reina Hispano-Americana. So that's really, grabe yung budget, grabe yung pag-practice ng walk, yung Q&A, na-enjoy ko rin yung Q&A aspect, tinutulungan ko siya na parang, what do you think with economic structure in the Southeast Asia region? Wow! Hindi ko naman ako nagtapos ng school. But that's really where she's focusing on. At the same time, she's also making a lot of music for herself. She's actually going to release a single soon as well. And I'm super excited for her. I mean, on a personal aspect, it's just really there. And being able to support each other as individuals and also with the professions that we're in. Yun talaga yung importante ng experience. But obviously, I mean, she's an amazing songwriter, and the whole idea of putting out something together is a door that's there.
Salamat! And to close the Q&A.
To close?
Todo ang support kay JK. Nandito ang TV5, ang GMA. To close, ABS-CBN, Joshua.
Yes! Hello, hello.
There are celebrities na very conscious na branding nila with your
Branding? Ano yun? I mean, you know, to each their own, I suppose. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking care of a public aspect like branding for yourself. What I want to say, as much as possible, I really don't try to think of myself as a brand. Yeah, like, I'm just a person. I mean, and I just create things, and I just make things, and I just portray things, and I just endorse brands. So why do I have to put myself in that position of thinking of myself as a brand? How stressful, but that's another little sense, but it's really more of it's really more of just, there's this whole stigma kasi, right? Public perception when it comes to celebrities, mga actors, actresses, lahat ng mga normal na bagay na nangyayari sa isang tao na wala sa industriya, pag nasa industriya na overload, yung mag-uusapan ng buong Pilipinas. Lahat ng mga Pinoy kahit sa ibang bansa. Because we're the entertainment industry. Para sa isang tao, dapat palang magkamali. Pero dapat pag nasa showbiz ka, dapat hindi ka magkamali. And I totally understand the responsibility aspect because you're taking care of what do you call that? Like a public persona, because you're a public personality. And I understand that aspect, totally. But at the same time, taong din ako, so parang might as well act like a human being as well. Yun lang. I mean, and we try to be responsible with what we do, especially in the recent years. I try to be responsible with the things I say and the acts I make, but at the same time, we can only handle so much. For example, like releasing Ere. Di ba? The whole idea, ang daming mga tao nag-comment din na parang, bakit ba release yan? May mura, ganyan. All the kids that are listening to it, I'm like, I'm not sure if whatever your children, what kind of content or songs or movies that your children pursue is part of my responsibility. Or any creators or artist's responsibility. Right? Kasi I feel like we all have certain responsibilities, and the responsibilities of parents are one thing at stake there. But you have the responsibility of taking care of and making sure that you know what your children consume online. Hindi lang kanta yan may mura lahat. So, I mean, you can only do so much, so I try to focus my energy on the things that I have control over. Diba? And just making sure that, yun mo lang sinasagyan sa ang tao na personal aspect, as long as you're kind to yourself and to other people, that's really all that matters.
Last question. Are there rituals ka before the show? Ano yung mga kawan
For some reason, di lang ako kumakain before a show. Like, at least 3 hours before a show. I don't know when, nakasanayan ka lang din. Pero ang kapag kasi gumawa ng activity pag busog. Di ba? So parang, feeling ko like, yun na yung pinaka-reaction na ginagawa ko. So like, di ba parang, ang yung tawag na appendicitis, yun ba yung ano tayo? For iba ba yung appendicitis, sorry. Di ba maaram sa medical terms. But, it's wala lang, yun yung pinaka-reaction actually. Tubig, and I'm trying my best to warm up, ganyan. Yun na yun. Yun na.